Good day, Sail Wars fans. I'm Sandy Pondwater coming to you from the EC12 Nationals in the Villages in the great state of Florida, where they will be racing EC12s today. Let's get to meet our sailors.
I'm Alex, sail number 105. Hoping that I sail as good as I did, yesterday and the first day. Biggest rival is probably my dad, typically, and just trying to do the best I can today.
Hi, my name's Dave. My sail number is 05 from Annapolis, Maryland. And just want to sail consistently, stay out of trouble.
Okay, I'm from the Woodlands, Texas. My sail number is 10, and I'm having a blast. I wish there was more wind like Texas.
I live locally in the Villages. My number is 14. I have 14 on all my boats. My biggest rival here is the guy that's probably going to win it, Peter. Good, yeah, number 14. Second is Alex, lovely young lad, he's son of David. My wife is my other competitor over here. She stole my reserve boat, and hers is also called Ratbag. I think that is my nickname. So look it up on Google, and you'll see what they talk about. Okay.
My name is Liz. My sail number is 217, which coincidentally is Liz upside down. So I'm happy sailing with that. I have a great time here. Enjoying every minute. Hope to repeat what happened on the first day, which is that I had a win. So a first place again would be an absolute treat.
My jib number is 187. This is my actual first regatta, so I'm learning so much from the first 2 days, and I'm looking forward to learning some more today.
Good morning, my name's John. This is my boat number 45. It's an EC12. My biggest rival really is me out here, because the game is like a chess game, and you just have to put yourself in a good spot and stay out of trouble with people and not get tangled and things like that. And if you can do that, you can have a good chance to finish in the money. And so that's what I'm trying to do. I've worked myself up through the fleet a little bit yesterday, and I'm in 5th, and I've got a chance maybe to get a 4th if I have a good day. It'll be fun.
My name is Doug. My jib number is 49, and as well as my partner over there, Rick, my biggest competition is me. I'm new to this, so I probably the biggest thing I'm getting out of this entire event is being able to watch the guys that really do it well, so I can try to emulate that moving down the road.
Good morning, my name is Rick. I'm with jib number 35. My chief rivals, myself. I've not had a very good regatta. I've had a couple of failures and masting and just rigging issues, but otherwise I'm here to have a great time and look forward to just going after it, because I only have one way to go, up.
I'm Joe Walter. 24 is my boat number.
What's the matter with you?
I'm the class secretary
What's the matter with you?
for the EC12 class, at least for the next 4 hours, in which I will be retiring. Yay!
What's the matter?
And I sailed very badly, but I enjoyed the heck out of it. And next time I'll do better.
Okay, raced.
Okay, I'm Frank. This is boat number 69. I call it Magic. I've been doing this for about 5 years. Today my biggest competitors are going to be the guys from my home club, which are Tom Phillips and Joe. And pretty much so, the one thing I like about this boat is that I've decided that every time I win or get into a fleet, I'm going to make a donation to St. Jude, and I have St. Jude on my cover. Other than that, it's just a fun sport.
Hi, my name's Tom. I'm from St. Augustine, Florida. My jib number is 65. I've been doing this since like 1978, which made me make me the oldest one around here doing it.
Good morning. My name is George. Sail number on my boat is 2200. It's a big number, so I can kind of identify my boat, because it has bigger numbers than other boats, but I still miss it sometimes. And really enjoy the sailing, competitors, people, and the challenges, setting up the boat and trying to sail it well. The biggest enemy is me, making mistakes.
And what was your?
I've been doing this for 15 years, I'm 84 years old, and I hope I can keep doing it. Thank you.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Scott. My sail number is 74. My goal today is to stay in the A fleet. Thank you.
We have met our competitors. Now let's go racing.
Fourth race, Class A.
This is the third day of the national championships, and this is A fleet racing in race 15. Now pay attention to that starting line. Number 05 is over the line, and we'll have to go back down, around, and then back through again. That's going to be costly. And part of the problem is, you see he's kind of up against another boat, so he's going to have to hold up and let that boat pass before he can navigate his way back around and come back through the start line again. And there goes that beautiful fleet. It appears they have decent wind right now as all the competitors head up the course. Now the course has changed from the last race. They'll actually be sailing down, and when it gets on screen I will try to show you, but the first mark is kind of down closer to shore, and we should see the boat start to tack downward towards us here in a second. Let's get a different camera on them. And as we can see, they've now started tacking towards us. There we can see the first mark, that white little buoy right there. That's an E on it. And number 45, John is first around it, followed by Peter, and Scott G is in third. And here comes number 405 in fourth. See, the second buoy is up there. That's the second mark. They will go around before heading downwind. Peter has taken over first place.
Yes, I am. Your trance and the wave behind you. Yes, it is. Your share of your line is way behind my trance now.
And we can see the racing stripes on number 65. It's kind of like they put on a lot of sports cars. Those little red stripes right there, they usually put them on the fender of sports cars. Some race boats have that. And I believe that's the back of the fleet. Number 126 Jim bringing up the rear.
She's got to give you two.
Or maybe not. There's still another boat coming down. Can't quite see what number that is.
Bring the funk back.
And there we go, a wing on wing. Number 2126. And there we see, we just saw Liz, and then we saw number 24, Joe. I think Joe's bringing up the rear right now as we try to look back at some of the leaders. And wow, look at that boat way down front. 2 boats way out front. 3 boats way out front. And there you go, number 45, John, is in first place. He must have got a great downwind push. He's going around that red buoy right there. And Peter's in second, and Scott G is currently in third. And it's kind of tight around that buoy. But John makes it around. And here we go. There's Alex coming up fast. Looks like he's going to overtake number 405. And look at that, 05, Dave is back in the mix. Now you remember Dave had a problem on the start and went over the line early and had to go back around the outside and then back through the start line, which cost him bunches of time and room. But look at that, he had climbed back up. And that's a great shot of a beautiful boat. Now remember, in this race, they were only racing 1 lap because the wind kind of died down, so they decided to just try this one lap, so it's a sprint. And Peter is now in first, and Scott G is in second. They overtook John going around those downwind marks. Racing around those 2 bright red marks. Woo. And back there we saw number 105 Alex and number 405 were going at it. But up here in the front, Peter is about to get passed by Scott G. Is he going to let that happen? No, Peter shuts the door as Scott flounders in the wind. Now it's a race to the finish line. And they've got some good speed. Look at that. It really comes down to who has the faster boat right now and who can keep the wind. Look at that. Peter takes time to tack down so he can cross through. Right there's the finish line, those 2 white marks. And
40.
Peter is going to win race 15 for A Fleet. Now let's see if Scott G, he's going to come across the line easily, taking second place. He had about 5 or 6 boat lengths, maybe even more. And number 45, John, takes third place. And he was well ahead of fourth place. I believe that's Alex out there coming across, trying to get in fourth place. Number 405 is coming up, but I don't think he's going to catch Alex. But we do have a battle between 405 and 67. And here comes Alex. And look at this race coming across. Alex takes fourth, and it's pretty close, but 405 easily takes fifth place. Sixth place, it all depended on that tack, and let's see who can slide through there. It's going to be number 67, tips the line first for sixth, and Dave L takes seventh.
Way! Here, use my glasses. Really? I think it was a $20 bill up there. No, but he had a 50 on his. Hey, you watch Sam come up the line. I am. Okay, I got it. Just like mine.
Now remember, you don't want to be below 10th place because the bottom 4 get moved down to B fleet. As we see, Jim takes 8th and Dave takes 9th. Here is the last spot to stay in A fleet. Who will get it? Looks like number 10, number 1510.
10.
Yes, number 1510, AJ takes 10th, and he will stay in the A fleet. This is going to be number 65, Tom takes 11th, and number 14, Alan takes 12th. Now, if you haven't already subscribed to Sail Wars, please take the time and show us some love. Our volunteers do this for no pay. They travel to all these events with their own money. They buy their own equipment, and the editor takes hours and hours to edit each of these videos, all for free and all for love of this sport. So please take a minute and subscribe to Sail Wars to show them that you love what they're doing. It's real easy and it's free. Now this is unusual. We see number 217 Liz was coming down, and that's number 24 Joe. But Joe is not going across the finish line. No, he wants Liz to get that extra point. So he is coming down the line. He will not cross that finish line. And he wants Liz to go across. As she creeps towards that finish line, and Liz takes 13th place, and Joe goes ahead and tacks and comes across in 14th place.
Is that it?
And congratulations to all our winners.
Is that all of them?
Now a word from our race director.
Hi, I'm Don Hain. I'm the race director for this particular event here in the Villages. I'm also the Region 7 director for the AMYA. That's the American Model Yachting Association. It's a national organization to promote this very well-kept secret of radio-controlled sailing. I've sailed big boats all my life. I started crewing in when I was about this tall on snipes. I was fortunate one summer to sail on the American Eagle, a 12 meter, and when I was up in Lake Ontario. When I retired, I got down here, and I used to build half models for trophies for the big boats. And I stumbled into a model shop one day, and they had a whole lot of trains and a whole lot of airplanes. And there was one little half aisle of sailboats, and there was a Soling, which is a 1 meter long scale model of the former Olympic Soling, which is a 26-foot 3-man sailboat. And I said to the owner of the shop, I said, oh, I saw the insides of one of the radio control boats, and I had never seen that before. So I said, what, these actually sail? And he said, oh yeah, and he handed me a brochure, and he said, there's 3 local clubs. So I said, well, I've got to investigate this. So I drove down to the one in Punta Gorda, not knowing it was the largest club in the country. And they were down there sailing in the rain. And I said, these guys are crazy, I got to join them. So I said, I want to build a 12 meter. And they said, no. You want to buy a used boat. You want to learn there are differences between big boats and little boats. And you need to learn those and then go build, which I did, and which now I recommend to beginners. The other thing I found different was I thought I knew the racing rules up north, and down, we might discuss on the big boats for the next 10 minutes. We discussed the next buoy, what tactics we're going to use, whether we're going to change any sails. On little boats, you wait 10 minutes and the race is over. The rules happen, everything happens really fast. So that was where I had to learn quite a bit. But you meet some really interesting people. I've met a helicopter crash investigator, several doctors, lawyers, tool and die makers, a big boat designer, a couple of those. Lawyers, tool and die makers, machinists, and some really great people. I met a fella in Punta Gorda that we got talking. I found out he was retired from the Coast Guard Academy, and he went to the academy the same year my best friend in high school went there. So I had to come to Florida, and about the next year at that regatta, the line judge and I were sitting there and we were talking, and he was an ophthalmologist, and he was the doctor of the guy that lived next door to me in the dorm. So I keep finding people all over the country that we all share in this. So it's a super sport, and there's many facets that you can get involved in. There's classes. There's 32 classes of boats, from a foot called the footy, all the way up to 9 feet, which is the scale model of the old J boats, which were 130 feet long, and they took 30 crew, which were paid back then. The owners were on the launch, and they watched their boats race up in New England. So you can buy them ready to sail, or anywhere in between. If you like making sails, if you like working with wood, you like working with fiberglass, or if you just want to race, there's a space for you in this sport.
This is Sandy Pondwater reminding you to please subscribe and share Sail Wars. It only takes a second, and it shows us that you love our videos, so please subscribe. And if you're a webmaster for one of the clubs, please do us a favor and take the time to find our homepage on YouTube and copy and paste that link to your page somewhere on your club's website so everyone can find Sail Wars. Speaking of our homepage, this is what it looks like. There are hundreds of videos in all different ways to find them on there. Just click on those little tabs, and of course there's a subscribe button right there. Now if you're on a TV, make sure you just pause your TV and then go up to the little Sail Wars emblem, click on that. Again, the Sail Wars teams would like to thank the nice people in the villages for having us. This is Sandy Pondwater. I'll see you at the pond.